So here what type of gas is absorbed? Hydrogen is the only gas that is appreciably soluble. Other gases may be there, but not appreciable amount. They may be in very small amount, negligible amount. But what is the considerable amount is it is the hydrogen. So therefore, it is the only gas that is appreciably soluble in aluminum and its alloys. The solubility varies directly with temperature. What does it mean? Solubility varies directly with temperature. Higher the temperature, higher the capacity. Liquid metal, if the temperature is very high, for example, the melting of aluminum is 660 degrees centigrade. If it is heated up to 800 degrees centigrade, liquid metal is heated up to 800 degrees centigrade, so it is too high, then the solubility capacity of liquid metal for this hydrogen is very high. But lower the temperature, that solubility limit will also come down or decrease. So therefore, its solubility varies directly with temperature and square root of pressure. Normally, pressure will not be considered because pressure is taking place, the melting is taking place at atmospheric pressure only. During the cooling and solidification of molten aluminum, what is happening? Dissolved hydrogen in excess of the extremely low solid solubility may be precipitate in molecular form, resulting in formation of primary and or secondary voids like pinholes or gas porosity. What happens? You should understand, in the liquid metal, when the metal is in the liquid state, its ability to dissolve the gas, any gas, it is very high. When it is becoming solid due to removal of the heat or due to transfer of heat, cooling of the metal, so then it is becoming thicker and thicker liquid metal, and then finally it becomes solid. During this process, so with the removal of heat, we know that the capacity or the ability of the metal to hold that gas, dissolved gas within the metal decreases. Higher temperature, higher capacity, it can hold the liquid gas, and then when the temperature decreases, its capacity to hold the gas decreases. Then what happens? These gas particles will leave the surface of the metal by producing the blowholes, porosity, etc. That is the defect caused in the casting. That already we have discussed in our previous class also. What are the defects produced in the casting? Blowholes, porosity, pinholes, etc. Same thing here also you can see, resulting in the formation of primary and or secondary voids. What is the meaning of voids? Void is nothing but it is the unfilled area within the solid metal. Void nothing but unfilled area. Metal is not there. It is only empty space within the solid structure. Outside for looking, it is beautifully placed. That metal is very good. You cannot find out anything. But inside that, gas pockets are formed. Gas pocket. So that in that gas pocket, only gas is filled, no metal is filled. Because the gas is released and it is locked. It is locked by the metal, so that gas pockets are formed, or it is called as voids. And pinholes are also formed. Pinholes means small holes are formed in the structure. So our gas porosity is also caused. Porosity nothing but small holes. Like this, it is causing the destruction to the aluminum structure or aluminum metal. So therefore, hydrogen is the major element which is causing the, or which is being absorbed by the liquid metal. So therefore, it has to be properly removed. That is the meaning of this. If students are not attentive, then it is very difficult. You are not focusing your attention. Yesterday also, what happened? The quiz I had announced in the previous class, 2 days before, that I will be giving quiz yesterday. Okay. So, but only 18 students attended the quiz. Only 18 students attended the quiz. Remaining students, they remain absent for the quiz, and for that you are responsible for losing your mark only. I am not responsible, or nobody else is responsible. Yourself, you are losing your mark. Such an easy quiz, directly answer will be there in the question itself. Then you have to tick one question, so that one answer, so that it is very easy. That also you are missing, means you are responsible for everything what is happening to you. Okay. So this is called as the gas absorption by aluminium metal, liquid aluminium. To separate molten aluminium metal from aluminium oxide or dross layer, fluxing and flushing of aluminium melts are practiced mainly for two purposes. Okay, plus fluxing, we are going to use the flux. We are going to use the flux, and flushing of aluminium melts are practiced mainly for two purposes. What is the purpose of fluxing? We are going to supply the flux like chlorine, fluorine, etc. Why it is required and why flushing is required means it is required to remove the gas and remove the oxide layer or dross. It is carried out for that purpose. Okay. What is happening in flushing? Flushing is carried out to separate the molten metal from aluminium oxide and to remove the dissolved hydrogen gas. It is these two operations are carried out. What two operations? Flushing operation and fluxing operation. So what we do here in flushing method, as also discussed in the earlier section, inert gases like chlorine, nitrogen, helium, argon gases is simply piped from storage tanks through graphite tubes directly into the liquid metal. So flush nothing but what? Flushed nothing but already had shown that in our previous class. One second, I will show you that diagram. Flushing means with the help of diagram itself, I will show you. Flushing, you can see this diagram, how the flushing is carried out. This is the chamber. This is the chamber or the furnace chamber or the crucible. Into this, there is a motor connected rotor. So this is the there is a rotor, and then when the motor is powered on, switched on, there is a bottom, there is a fan type rotor that will start rotating by causing the stirring action. So by that time, we are supplying the inert gas into it, inert gas into the liquid metal, so that it is producing the bubbles. So by bubbling that, what happens? It breaks the dissolved gas from the liquid metal. So during that operation, the dissolved gases liberate from the liquid metal and it comes to the surface of the liquid. So like that, here also it is carried out. Same process is carried out here also, that is called as flushing operation. And what is fluxing operation? We are going to supply the flux. Flux is supplied to remove the dross. That is, we are supplying chlorine. Chlorine is also available in the tablet form. Chlorine tablets. Okay, those tablets form also available. Just we have to insert that chlorine tablet in the liquid metal, so that that tablet dissolves, and then it helps in removing the dissolved hydrogen gas within the liquid metal. So that helps to remove that. So therefore, fluxing means adding suitable agents in order to achieve the following. What is achieved by adding the flux? to react with the dross so that it can float up. Sometimes dross will be dross, that is impurities, will be set in between the liquid metal. Okay, that we have to bring it to the top. So for that purpose, we are supplying the required agents. Those agents like chlorine, fluorine, chloride, fluoride, etc. Either they are in the gas form or in the tablet form or something, some forms are there. So they react with the dross and bring, it will help it to bring to us the surface. Prevent reaction of the melt of aluminum with atmosphere by acting as a barrier and to absorb impurities in the melt. So to prevent reaction of the melt of aluminum, that is liquid aluminum. Melt of aluminum is liquid aluminum with atmosphere. So that by with atmosphere reacting with that, absorbing the gases, that will be avoided. So by using the flux, and it also helps in absorbing the impurities in the melt. From the melt, it absorbs the impurities and makes it to float. Like this, these are the purpose, or these are the functions of the drossing agent what we are using, or fluxing agents. Okay. So this about the different, what is it called, the flux, gas absorption, and how to remove. This is the topic today we have discussed. So the typical flux combination also given, you can see what is the combination of fluxes. Flux which is being used in the aluminum melt: 47% sodium chloride and another 47.5% potassium chloride and 2% sodium aluminum fluoride. Like, or the second option is 45% KCl, potassium chloride, and NaCl. 45% NaCl and 10% NaF, sodium fluoride. Like that, these are the some of the fluxes which are being used with the, when we are melting the aluminum and producing the aluminum casting. These fluxes are very essential for the purpose of removing the hydrogen gas which is dissolved and to remove the impurities.